Story began with a man named Christian, who was a geologist, and as soon as he reached home he saw that his wife was busy repairing the kitchen pipe instead of cooking food on the day he came to this house. Somewhere the other problem kept coming, so Christian gave everyone the good news that they are now going to their new home because his posting was picked up from this city and done in another city. Everyone is happy to hear this news, and after a while Christian comes to his office. He had to pack some of his stuff from here, and today, because it was his last day, he had to have lunch with his co-worker. After finishing all the work, he was about to leave when suddenly he heard an alarm. As soon as he quickly went to the monitors and checked, he found out that the groundwater on the ground has suddenly gone down. But apart from that, nothing else happened. However, there was no sense in going down the groundwater for no reason. That's why he was worried. Then his boss told him that there is nothing to worrying about. Look, all the mountains are looking fine right now. There is no sensor reading here. That's why everyone is under control. Christian listens to him and leaves. But on the way home from here, he was getting worried about how the groundwater could go so low. When these people were waiting to board the ferry, Christian's eyes suddenly went to a mountain, and suddenly he remembered something. He started running back to the geologist center from here and immediately talked to his old co-worker and told him that this matter will not be in the sensors, but in the cables going to them. Christian explained to him groundwater cannot disappear suddenly. It is not the air that will fly away. Groundwater will create a new path and create a new layer through which friction will begin to occur. If their contact is broken and they are not able to detect anything, then it clearly means that friction has broken the cables. As soon as Christian and his co-worker heard this, when they went to check the cables, they found out that it was really broken. Both came back to the center, and Christian is now very angry about this because these people are not able to analyze the situation properly. In such a situation, they could only give a loud warning, that is, they can only give a light warning to all people. This will not spread fear in the city, but here Christian feels that the danger is going to increase in a very large amount anyway. This time he goes to his family and he is scared to see that the children were not with the ferry. Actually, the children had come to their mother in the hotel. Christian's son had told him that tomorrow I will come with my mother. That's why Christian is now leaving here with his daughter. On the other hand, geologist Joss saw that the sensors here were now showing strange data and there was a contraction between the stones. About this, Joss immediately informed his boss because he was also scared to see the situation and to check the sensors. He decided to go inside the mountain with his partner here in trouble. Christian also called the geologist center again to find out what was going on there. Joss also immediately informed him about all these situations, and he was also scared. As soon as he heard this, he immediately went inside and started removing some of his old files. He was remembering that something like this had happened a long time ago, and he had also done research about it through these records. He found out that the mountains were not actually spreading, but they were pulling each other. They were getting closer to each other, and this was the sign of the tsunami. Before the tsunami, the mountains and land around the sea start pulling in. This way he called the center again. Without delay, he wanted to tell the boss about all this data, but the boss was inside the mountain at this time, and as soon as the boss and his partner decide to get out of the mountain, suddenly there is a very sharp shock. The mountain was shaking. It was shaking very hard. Both of them get very bad injuries, and the boss's partner's leg gets stuck in these mountains in this terrible dangerous time. Both of them had lost contact with the geologist center. They also found out that the water level had started to fall at many places. That is, they also understood that the tsunami was coming here. Christian called his co-worker and said, call the geologist center immediately, take everyone out of the city. By giving a red light marker, it rang the tsunami alarm. Everyone heard the alarm and started leaving the city very quickly. There was chaos in the city in a little while from here. When these people go to the mountain to save their colleagues, there are some more sharp shocks of the quake. All the stones break and one of them hits the boss's head and he dies there. Here Christian was on the road for his daughter. The entire traffic was jammed and he quickly told people to get out of the cars and run to the places above. Meanwhile, he sees that his neighbor was stuck between two cars. He tells his daughter to go ahead with her neighbor. I will save him and come soon. In the other hand, we were shown the scene of the hotel where Christian's wife Eden used to work. She knocks on the door and alerts all the guests, and in the meantime she notices that her own son was nowhere to be seen. In the other hand, Christian had also succeeded in saving his neighbor. He was trying to take him up, giving him support, but he saw that now the whole tsunami had come very close to him. At this time, he could not pull much. That's why he takes his neighbor and sits in a car, and at the same time the water of the tsunami also hits his car and they both go unconscious in the hotel. No, Eden had found her son. As soon as she takes him and the guest out, she sees that the emergency had just left them. The tsunami had also come right in front of their eyes. They quickly run inside the hotel and go into the emergency bunker of the hotel, but their guest could not come inside, and in the meantime the water breaks through all the windows of the hotel and comes inside. Eden, with a lot of determination, closed this bunker while the guest was stuck in the water outside. Eden took her son with her and sealed all the windows and doors of this bunker, and as soon as she did this, the light went off. The scene was cut and Christian was shown here, who was unconscious. As soon as he came to his senses, he saw his neighbor sitting next to him who was bleeding and dead. Seeing this, he was very shocked and sad. Somehow dragging himself out of this car, he slowly climbed up the hill and started looking at all the survivors left, and he starts looking for his daughter in them. As soon as he met Julia, he immediately hugged his daughter Julia and looked at his neighbor with silent eyes, as if he wanted to say that I could not save your wife, so please forgive me. Hiri. At the geologist enter Joss. Got a call from the man who was stuck in the mountains with the boss. He tells Joss that his boss has died. Hearing this news, everyone goes into shock here. Christian was now worried about his wife and son. The tourist bus had not yet reached here, so he himself decided to go to the hotel and check and handed over his daughter to his neighbor. Here, the scene of the hotel basement was shown. As water entered the basement, Eden and his son were pressing the door. Eden told his son to take care. Here, I'll find a way out of here through the ventus. Soon as he moved out of the door, the water started filling in faster, and his son gets angry at his mom that I am not doing all this. Eden is also very angry that I do not know what his son wanted to do in this difficult time. There was another man here at this time. He also panics a lot when he does not find a way, and he started telling Eden that if we do not find a way out and keep waiting for help like this, then we will definitely die. Here, meanwhile, we see that Christian also moves towards the hotel with the flow of this destructive water. As soon as he reached a little distance, he also saw the tourist bus. As soon as he saw inside the bus, he saw a colleague's dead body. Was sad to see this, but the feeling of sadness immediately turned into joy because he also realized that Eden and her son are not in this bus and their chances of survival have increased. He moves towards the hotel again, and it was shown inside the hotel that now water was filling in that room very quickly. His whole body was submerged in water and there was very little space left to breathe. This time, the other man was also panicking a lot to stay up, and when he does not see any kind of support to breathe, he pushes Eden's son down and his support starts to stay up and breathe. When Eden saw her son in a difficult situation, she pulled the other man into the water and killed him by drowning him, and in this way she saved her son's life. It was shown here that Christian had also reached the hotel. Even after scouring the whole hotel, he could not see his wife and son anywhere. He did not check in the basement because there was a lot of water there. He did not think anyone would be here during this time. When he was about to leave the hotel, he sees his son's bag. Here, Christian thought that now both of them would have died. Thinking this, he got so angry that he started stomping on the window, and her son heard his voice. These people understood that there is someone up there. Eden was sure that it could be Christian who would have come to save them. To attract his attention towards himself, she goes down and brings a wrench. She started hitting him hard on the vent pipe. Christian also noticed these voices, and to understand where these voices are coming from, he hit the window again. He was actually trying to signal to other people that he has come here. Eden and her son were also happy, but their happiness was only for a moment. Now the water had also started coming in the vents. To save those people, Christian went into the basement through the water. Well, here, Eden told her son, don't worry, I'm trying to open the door outside. Saying this, she went into the water and started opening the door of the basement. She did not know that Christian was also trying to open this door. Finally, with the efforts of both, this door finally opens. As soon as the door opens, both of them are very happy to see each other. For now, Christian told Eden, you go up the stairs while swimming. I will save my son. Christian's son was also happy to see his dad, as if he had got everything. Christian told his son, come on, let's go out. But he was very scared now. He did not want to go into this water, but Christian explains to him that if he stays here, he will be killed. That's why he has to take this step, and while taking the risk, he will have to swim in the water. They swam for a long time, but then Eden's son's breath stopped, and to save him, Christian tried to give him oxygen from his mouth. After that, when they got the energy, they started swimming again. As soon as Eden saw his son, he immediately pulled him up, but then he realized that Christian was nowhere. Actually, after giving oxygen to his son, Christian's breath stopped. Eden now risks her life to save Christian and pulls Christian out of the water, but now Christian was unconscious. He thought he was dead somewhere. That's why he presses his chest hard so that the water comes out of his mouth. Not only that, he also gives him CPR, that is, he started breathing through his mouth, and he also gives heartbeats many times. After trying like this, Christian's eyes do not open, so these people lose their courage. Christian's son could not see that his dad's life was lost because of him. He shouts loudly in this anger, and once again he starts pressing his dad's chest hard. He breathes through his mouth again, that is, he gives CPR again. This time, Christian's eyes finally open. Here at this time, it was a very emotional moment for these people. All three look at each other and hug each other. After that, these people went up the hill from here where all the survivors were staying. Julia was sitting in the hill waiting for these people, and she was also very worried. Now when she heard the sound of the helicopter, she became even more sad because she felt that her family would not come and only she would be rescued. She was not even ready to go in the helicopter, yet her anxiety was increasing. Fits when she saw her mom, dad, and elder brother coming from afar. Seeing this, her life was in danger. She ran towards her dad, and her family picked her up in their arms. This whole family was very happy because despite such a big disaster, they were able to meet each other again. It was as if they had found a new life. Easy people are also rescued now, and with this story ends here.